Good evening, friends and fiends, and welcome back. The last time that we streamed was last Sunday, and we played Castlevania Symphony of the Night. We made it through most of the first castle, and we ended up defeating Richter for the bad ending of the game. I've been thinking about Castlevania Symphony of the Night ever since, because it's one of my favorite games. So tonight we are going to hop back in. We will restart, or not restart the game. We're going to reload from our last save just before that Richter fight. And then what we're going to do is we will be moving into the underground waterway, or the Underground Caverns, so that we can defeat the Succubus boss and get the gold ring. And then we'll have to go into the Catacombs so we can get the spike breaker armor, so that we can get the silver ring. And that'll allow us to get the things that we need to access the second half of this game. I hope that everybody has had a wonderful week. Hello to Trial Fan and Retro D. I see you guys in my chat. We've been listening to Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest soundtrack. I think Sunday we listened to the soundtrack from the first game. So we are listening to the soundtrack from the second game tonight, and it's one of my favorite soundtracks. It's got some great music. Did you know this one, soundtrack for Simon's Quest is only 9 songs, and like one of them is the game over track that's like 6 seconds long. So there's only 9 songs in the entire game, which is really funny because it's actually less songs than are in the first game. So we're going to go ahead and hop into our Castlevania Symphony of the Night. D Trial, how are you guys doing? Hold on, let me get my audio set just right here. How's that? Let me know if the game audio is too loud. You guys know the drill. It's been kind of an odd day. I woke up this morning with a nosebleed, which I don't usually get. I think it's just because we've had a really big cold snap here, and that has dried out the air a lot. D says game audio is perfect. Great. Okay, so we need to go down quite a bit. Trial Fan said good, just had potato soup for dinner. Awesome. I have not decided what I'm going to have for dinner yet. I have a couple of different options. I think I've got like a salad thing in there, and that will probably be what I end up having. Yeah, we can access where we need to go from here, I think. Trial Fan says if you have a humidifier, use that. Yeah, so my CPAP machine actually has a humidifier on it, and I don't use it most of the time. But when it gets like really cold and the air dries out, I do need to use it, so I need to remember to use that this evening. We were kind of rushing through the last stream, and there's actually a couple of little treasure spots that we didn't access, so we're gonna grab a couple of those real quick. All right, so this is kind of an interesting thing. There's the tunnel right here, and down in this bottom left corner, this looks like a solid wall, and you can't attack it like most breakable walls. But there is a secret where if you move through this tunnel in your human form, Oh, you move through it as a dog, and then you move through it as a bat, and hopefully I did that right. We'll see. I may not have. It should open up this door down here, and that gives you access to the life apple and the jewel sword. The jewel sword is really only useful for getting items to sell to the librarian. It's got a lower attack power than most, but it does have some cool features. In fact, I'll equip it real quick and show you. Jewel sword. It's fairly slow. It does have these nice little sparkles. If you do a down to forward roll when you use it, it throws out a couple of coins. But the big thing, the benefit of it, is that you have a high chance of gaining zircons when you defeat enemies. But it's one of those, like, you don't really want to use it against bosses or anything, just because, you know, it's so slow and the attack power is not great. I'm not going to use it right now because it's just not the most useful item at the time. Although against these guys, it actually does slightly more damage than the Falchion that I'm using. But the Falchion is much faster, so. But yeah, I was saying that today was kind of a weird day because it started with a nosebleed. I finally got that under control and got that all cleaned up. And then I went into the kitchen to make my coffee, made a whole cup of coffee, and I was using, you guys have seen one of the Final Fantasy cups that I have, the black one with the Chocobos on it. I was using that cup, and I don't know if it was just like poor quality. I haven't had it super long. I've probably had it for a year or so. But the handle just popped right off of it, and the whole coffee cup full of coffee fell to the ground and smashed the coffee cup, spilled coffee everywhere. So I got that cleaned up and got a different coffee cup and threw that one away, all the pieces of it. And then I finally got my meds, got all that taken care of, and came in to get some stuff done on the computer. I was gonna get a video uploaded, Minecraft mod showcase, and the my internet went down and was out for a couple hours. So yeah, so it was a rocky start to the morning. I ended up going to a coffee shop for a while, and that sort of made me feel better. That reset the day. They had a wonderful coffee cake. One of the coffee shops that I really like that's here has a baker in-house, and I swear the woman is an absolute goddess in human form, because everything she makes is incredibly delicious. And this was the first time I had the coffee cake. It was really, really good. Yeah, Trial Fan, the handle came off. So like, this is not the coffee cup that this happened to. It was another one. But the handle just literally, like, I saw this happen. The handle popped off, and I'm still holding this part of the handle, and the rest of it just fell. I don't know, like, I almost wonder, because it was cold in my house, right? Because I have an old house, and it stays fairly chilly in here. And I had poured hot coffee into the cup, and that's the only thing I can figure is, like, maybe there was a fault in the coffee cup, and it's a cheap coffee cup or something, and I guess maybe the I don't know if it caused some sort of fracture or what, but it just broke right there, and then the rest of the coffee cup fell to the ground. I'm thinking maybe it was like a low quality coffee cup, because
I'll take you to a place which might be interesting for you.
When I ordered that coffee cup the first time, I had to get them to send me another one because the first one was messed up. So I don't know. It's a bummer, but it's okay. I've gotten a lot of neat coffee cups lately as gifts and stuff like that. So I really needed to thin out my coffee cup selection anyway. But it was not a great start to the morning immediately after having a nosebleed and really just wanting a cup of coffee. So, I don't know. It was weird. Alright, we have the merman statue. The merman statue summons the oarsman. And that is a terrible description of what this item does. But there's actually another spot in the Underground Caverns where if you don't have that relic, the oarsman that you're seeing on screen right now is not there. And if you have the relic, he shows up in that other location and allows you to access a new spot. So. Troutfan says, I had a stoneware plate break in half in my hands when I was washing it. It was weird. Yeah, I don't know. I guess they just get like little micro stress fractures or something. Vonda Leelery says, everyone, I drop a like. Thank you. Yeah, everybody should drop a like. Welcome in. Oh, this is gonna be hard. Wait, no, not super hard, because I have the bat transformation. I forgot about that. Last time we were here, we didn't have the bat transformation. In fact, I'm gonna hit that little button that says like and subscribe, because I actually got that button fixed. Something appeared near the wooden bridge. Shield with heart crest. I like this shield. I like the way it looks. Okay. I'm gonna actually zip down this way and go through here, so that we can get our life max up. There are a couple of items on this right side that we can't access right now. Once we get the super jump, we'll be able to do those. Got some bananas. Alright, so now that we've pressed that button, there is one of these... Excuse me. There's one of these gorilla guys. And what we want to do is we want to lure him over here so that he tosses the explosive barrel and breaks this bridge for us. There we go. Got the heart max up. And life max up. And now we can access the lower reaches, which should take us to the Catacombs, I believe. The abandoned mine, okay. Not quite to the Catacombs yet. Save point. And we fight Cerberus. He's honestly another one of those bosses that's not terrible, as long as you remember to duck. Hi, heathen. How's it going? Welcome in. Ow. All right, so we are going to run back to the save point real quick. Heathen, I don't think you've been able to catch one of my streams in a little while. Are things finally slowing down at work? Heathen says, "Is this still the randomizer?" No, this is a standard run. Trial requested that I play this one the other day, and I've been thinking about it since, so I figured we would play some more of it tonight. Oh, will she not hit this one? I guess not. I guess it's only the demon that'll hit that one. These guys suck. Heathen says, it's been a couple months, slowing down, but I'm still working 6 days a week. They're short-handed after letting all the seasonal workers go. Oh, okay. That sounds about right. Alright, we have the demon card. We're actually going to swap over to the demon card because he's a pretty decent boost to our attack power once he levels up a little bit. and he will open that secret passage at the top of this thing. If we can get back up there. Dang it. That was not what I wanted. All right, here we go.
A switch. Why don't I press it and see?
Trowfan says, has anyone heard from Halfling and Chipmunk? I talked to Chipmunk not too long ago. I think he's just been busy with work. And Halfling is in a completely other time zone, so he's in the UK, so it's a little bit hard sometimes for him to catch my streams. See, that takes us to the Catacombs. Let's go to the other side. There we go. Hi, Stonehome Games. How's it going? Welcome in. Now we made it to the Catacombs. And a much-needed save spot. Got the Bloodstone. Improves blood healing ability. Ring of Ares increases our attack power by a lot, but tanks our defense. So we're not going to change anything up just yet. I think we'll stick with what we got. One second, guys. I'm going to turn off my space heater in here. I've got the doors closed to the office for noise reasons, and that means it's getting a little bit toasty in here. So give me 1 second. All right, we are back. Okay, we need to go this way. Got a new heart max up and a new life max up. I was for a second, because I hit the break game, or the break thing. I've got it set now to automatically send a message to chat whenever I go to the break screen. Heart max up. And let's see. Ice Brand. Ice Brand is probably an upgrade over what we got. Yeah. The Ice Sword of Mim. Heathen says, sorry to bail already, but it's almost begin. Have a wonderful evening, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us, Heathen. Bedtime, gotcha. Well, I'm glad that you were able to tune in for a little while, Heathen. We will see you around the Discord. Hi, Billy. How's it going? The Walk Armor. The Walk Armor is actually the armor with the highest defense in the game. It's based off of your map completion percentage. So the amount of the map that you have filled out, including this map and the second castle, which we're trying to unlock. So at the end of the game, it ends up being the highest defense that you can get. It doesn't necessarily mean it's the best armor. Billy says, I'm awesome. How are you, Wobble? I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty well. Hey, Stonehome, congrats on you guys getting From the Village Vault collection out. That is really, really cool. I'm looking forward to picking up a copy of that. For those that don't know, Stonehome Games designs some really cool stuff for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. And one of the things that they do is Dungeons & Dragons Adventures. So you should check them out. All right, so we have boss fight. Granfaloon. Ghoulish undead bodies raining from the sky. To beat this boss, you have to open up the core. And, oh yeah, he shoots lasers too. And the lasers do actually a lot of damage, so you have to be kind of careful. It's actually better on this boss if you don't destroy all the sections of armor he has on him. Because if you do, then he starts shooting lasers in a big circle, and it makes him a lot harder to dodge. All right. So, there is Granfaloon down. Really one of my favorite boss fights, because it's just cool. I mean, giant ball of undead gross bodies trying to kill you with lasers. I mean, what's not to like? Billy says, me and my dad just started to watch Mighty Nine last night. How do you like it? I have not watched it yet. Mormagill. Mormagill does the same damage as the Ice Brand. It's strong versus holy, which would be great if we were fighting Richter, but there's really not a lot of other holy enemies in the game. There are a few in the chapel, the reverse chapel, like when you get to the next castle. All right, let's save. All right, we gotta go back to the right. The problem is, we're in the Catacombs, which is where we need to get the Spikebreaker armor. But I actually don't have the upgrade that I need to reach it. And that means we need to go somewhere else. I'm trying to remember where it is. Because I need the sonar of Bat to be able to get there. I know there's an upgrade in the entrance, and I can't remember if it's Bat or Wolf. I think it's probably Wolf, but we'll go check it out and see. This route should take us back to the entrance anyway. Got a critical hit there. I love the pixel art in the background here. I feel like the three skulls are just really cool. It's a nice little reference to the fact that you fight Cerberus in the next room. Let's go ahead and run down here and save. Stoneholm says, agreed, this whole game looks gorgeous, though, especially for its release date. It really does. I'm really glad that for the era, they decided to stick with mostly pixel art for this game. At the time, a lot of games were going all in on the 3D capabilities of the PlayStation, and because of that, they're very polygonal. They don't hold up very well. And, you know, it's just kind of one of those things that, like, for their age, they don't look great. And the decision to stick with pixel art and then just use the other rendering features of the PlayStation was a really nice benefit to this game. Obviously, it still has some 3D elements, like in the save rooms, and there's a couple other places, certain magical effects, things like that. But I think it's one of the things that gave it its longevity is making sure not to go with the heavy CGI graphics for this game. Oh yeah, I'm using an ice weapon, so it's not going to work on these ladies. Alright, so this is where the merman statue that we picked up comes in handy.
I'll guide you to meet your destiny.
The voice acting in this game is so hokey, but I love it. They actually, for later remakes, they changed a lot of the voice actors. And I've watched, I don't say remakes, ports, I guess. Because they ported it to, like, tablets and things like that. But for whatever reason, they redid a bunch of the voice lines. I don't really know why they did. But none of the new voice lines sound right to me. All right, and we have the holy symbol. The holy symbol I don't know why they call it a holy symbol, because it's a snorkel. I'm not sure if that was like some weird mistranslation or what, but or if there was a different sprite in the Japanese version. I'm really not sure. If you do know, mention that in chat or drop it in the comments after this video is up on YouTube for posterity. But I don't know why they call it the holy symbol. But it's a snorkel, and it allows us to be underwater without taking damage. Which means that there are new areas here that we can access where there is new and interesting treasure. And that's really one of the fun things about this game, is there is treasure everywhere. Got a life max up. Boss fight. Sort of. Oh, Demon got the last attack on that one. That's actually just a little mini boss fight. And the scimitar, which does terrible damage compared to what we have. Got a pot roast. It's not wall chicken, but it'll do the trick. And now we have another boss fight. This is kind of a cool one, too. The design here is very neat. Yeah, my only real complaint with Symphony of the Night is that the boss fights are just way too easy. I mean, if you do them in the wrong order, or if you know, don't pay attention, I mean, they can still hurt you. But for the most part, they have too little health, and they don't have enough attack phases. I can honestly only think of maybe like 1 or 2 bosses that have a second phase. I know Death does. Wait, does Death have a second phase in this one? I don't remember. I might be thinking of one of the other ones, now that I think about it. Save our game. And then we will head back up. very long corridor. This is not a corridor, it's a drop. Got a meal ticket. The Moonstone improves status after sunset. So that's a nice little boost to all of our stats right now. And we are going to fight the Succubus.
Mother!
That voice! Alucard, it's you!
I'm coming, Mother! I'll save you!
No, Alucard! Don't come here!
But, Mother!
It's all right. If my death can save others, I gladly surrender my life.
Mother, no! Please, no!
Yes, Alucard. Watch me die, and remember always my last words to you.
Yes, Mother.
You must despise humans. They are to be your prey.
What?
Better for them to die than to let them compound their sins. Begin by slaying that one over there.
No, it wasn't like this.
What's wrong? Alucard.
My mother never said such a thing.
What do you mean? Kill them and bring them happiness.
No, you're not my mother. What kind of demon are you?
Honestly, a pretty
You
good scene.
broke free of my spell. I like that.
Demon, death is too good for you.
Come here, little boy, and show me what you've got.
Dang it.
Darkling, I smell your blood. You're a vampire? Could it be? That strength, that beauty. You're the son of Lord Dracula.
Death in the dream world will set your soul wandering for eternity, demon.
Wait, I beg of you.
I think if I were going to fix the boss fights in this game, first off, I would make it so that you can't, like, stun them, because that just seems a little cheap. I would make it so that regardless of what your defense is, they have, like, a minimum damage. Because, I mean, it's just kind of dumb. I'm not using, like, top-of-the-line gear that I have tried really hard to reach. I'm just using the gear that I picked up on the castle on the way here. And she was only dealing 1 damage to me. Like, that seems a little low, considering that there were enemies in other parts of the castle that were dealing a lot more damage. So we got the gold ring, which is one of 2 items that we need in order to access the second castle of the game. The other part, we need to get back to the Catacombs, and we need the Spikebreaker armor. But to get Spikebreaker armor, we have to get the Sonara Bat. And so we gotta go find that. That is our mission for the next part of this stream. Come on. We are fairly close to the library. So I think we might go pay the librarian a visit and see if we can afford anything new. In fact, we just picked up a library card. I could use it, but I think I'm going to hold off for now, because once we get to the second castle, library cards are the only way to get back to the librarian, short of making a really long trek through everything. Because the librarian does not exist in the second castle. He's only in the first one. So this is just a short little detour, and then we can catch the warp room to get back to the entrance pretty easily. I'm gonna swap back over to the ice brand. Right, let's see
What can I do for you?
I'm interested in this.
Thank you.
We really only have 3,000
interested
gold.
in
I thought we
this.
had a lot more than that. The metal, elven cloak, reverse cloak. None of which are better than what we have. The Diamond Cuirass would be a nice upgrade, but we do not have enough gold for that because it costs 12,000. That's like 4 times the amount of gold that we have. Yeah, so not really anything that is all that great. I'm gonna go ahead and buy another library card. And then I guess we'll just stock up on potions.
Thank you.
Not that we could stock up on very many. Okay, well, this was kind of an uneventful trip. Oh well. I thought we had a lot more gold than that. I really like the music in the library. It's got that that harpsichord sound that like comes out of the Baroque period. And it's just really nice. I love it. It's probably one of my favorite songs in the game. All right, we will catch the teleport to the entrance. Which is the horse teleport. Grab this already? I did. I could fight these guys, but they only give 1 experience, and nothing they drop is really all that interesting. Oh, it is a wolf upgrade. I was afraid of that. Power of Wolf. That's the cross. What does Power of Wolf do? Is it the one that lets you do the super run? Run swiftly as wolf, yes. Run, wolf, run! So where is the sonar of Bash? Is it in, I bet it's in, like, Orox's quarters or something. Oh, no, it's probably in the, yeah, I think I know where it is. I actually could have accessed it quite a bit earlier, but... Oops. It's been a while since I played this in a non-randomized form. I didn't realize that he was weak to ice. Strength potion. Grab the save point, and then we will head to the clock room. I think this is where we get the super jump boots. And then I think we actually need to head to the chapel to get the sonar bat. If I'm remembering things correctly, which I might not be. There is a substantial chance that I am just wandering aimlessly through parts of the castle that we haven't been to yet. Trial Fan says, movie night is next Tuesday. Yes, we are going to watch Blade, which came out in 1998. It has Wesley Snipes and a bunch of other people whose names I cannot remember at the moment. Chris Christopherson is in it. Alright, we need to go... We actually need to go up there, but that's not going to happen. So we're going to run back through this way, because I don't feel like waiting on the clock to do its thing. So I mentioned in my last stream how the bat, the wings are colored based on the cloak that you're wearing, and it's kind of hard to see but when you're wearing the crystal cloak, which is semi-transparent, the bat's wings are actually somewhat transparent, which is, I think, a pretty cool effect. But yeah, we're gonna watch Blade on Tuesday in the Discord. If you would like to, Norman Reedus? Norman Reedus is not in this one, I don't think. He's in Blade 2 or Blade 3. I can't remember. I don't think he's in the first one. Not that I remember. But yeah, Steven Dorff is in it, and he does a really good job. Yeah, it starts at, I think I said 8 p.m. Eastern. The details are in the Discord under the announcements channel, if anyone is interested. And we got Skill of Wolf, which lets you do like a little dash attack thing, I think. Ooh, that was close. He almost hit me with that. I think there is a bat upgrade in this room, but I don't think it's the one that we need. I could be wrong. We'll see. This is the room where we fought Slogar and Gaibon, which are the first bosses of the game. Oh, no, this is the bat card. I mean, technically it's a bat upgrade. Technically. If for whatever reason you wanted to use the bat fireball, the bat familiar is actually a good choice. Simply because as you level up the bat familiar, you get more bats following you whenever you are in bat form. And when you fire a fireball, they all fire fireballs. It doesn't really make it into a great ability by any means, but it's better. Troutfan says, "Ah, you're right. I thought Reedus was in the original, but it's been years since I watched it." I want to say he's in the second one. I'm almost certain he's in the second one, because Ryan Reynolds and Triple H are in the third one. I think overall, though, the first movie is my favorite of the three. Although the second one has its moments. Oh, that's right. I need to go this way. There is a spot in the Catacombs that we couldn't get to earlier. Or not Catacombs, the Colosseum. Holy Sword. The Holy Sword is basically the same as the Holy Rod, only I think it does a little bit more damage. It's still not better than our Ice Brand, though. There's a way to sort your inventory, I just can't remember how you do it. This will let us get back to Orlox's quarters, which is where we need to go. Got him. See, I think this is a teleporter room. Yeah. attacks up. And then somewhere here, where is it? There it is. There's a hidden room, and this gives us a sword card, which is another really great familiar. The sword card does pretty good damage as well. I usually stick with the sword card, but we've already been leveling up our demon, so I think we'll stick with him for now. The sword card is pretty cool though, because like once you level it up to a certain point, it actually becomes an equipable sword, and it can actually end up having really, really great attack power. I think you have to get it to like level 75 or something before it's equipable though. Maybe level 70. It takes a pretty good while to get it there. Because as far as I know, regardless of what you kill, familiars only gain 1 experience point per enemy. And I think it's 100 enemies, 100 kills per level. All right, we are going to save here. I'm going to take a quick break, grab some coffee, and see what Pixel is up to, and drag her in here to make her appearance. And I will be right back. While I am gone, if you know someone that would enjoy this stream, please make sure that you hit the share the link with them, and then if you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button. Likes really help the growth of the channel. They really help show the stream to other viewers. It's a really helpful thing to do. So I will be back in just a few minutes. Alright, we are back. Pixel is sacked out in front of the heater and could not be inspired to make her presence known. So, oh, never mind. I was just telling everyone that Pixel could not be inspired to join us, but here she is. Hi, come here. Your adoring fans would like to see you. Or not. Okay. I don't know. She's being weird. She'll hop up here right as I get into the middle of this boss fight, though. Because that's how she does. I tried to pick her up, and she was like, nope, I'm done. I don't want to see you right now. And walked right out of the room again. Orlocks. I always thought it was interesting that Orlox's room has a different door than all the other doors in the game. First phase down. So yeah, he's one that has a second phase. Ouch. I have a shield. I could use it. There we go. The pixel art in this room is really cool too. Like, I mean, you have this gigantic stained glass pixel art window, and that is just so fun. I love it. Alright, it's a bat upgrade. Echo a bat! Is that the one we need? It is the one we need. Yay. Alright, now we can get back to the Catacombs and get the spike breaker armor that we need. I'm gonna actually use one of my library cards to teleport so that we can get back to a teleport room pretty quick. And let me tell you, if you are ever playing this game at 3 in the morning when you are supposed to be asleep because you have school the next morning and you're trying to make sure that your parents don't catch you, using a library card and getting that massive white flash when everything else in the room is dark is a wonderful way to blind yourself.
What can I do for you?
I would never do that though.
I'm interested in
I don't
this.
know what
I'm interested in this.
what that's all.
Thank
That would
you.
never happen.
I'm interested in this.
Oddly enough, we still are like 1,000 gold short from getting the diamond plate. We did unlock the duplicator, which requires 500,000 gold. But if you get that, it's like you're basically at endgame anyway. I have seen somebody try to farm up the gold for it before hitting the second castle, but that's a little much for me. I'm cursed. I always thought it was weird that curses keep you from doing your normal attack, but you can still do magic. Always seemed a little odd. Now that we have the super jump, we can actually come through here and get what we need. See if I can pull off the librarian jump trick. Bouncing him, eventually you get more items. We have Arcana, and then there's one more. I don't know if I'm going to have enough magic points at this point to get it. And I think I might have just screwed it up. Yeah, I did. See if I get it, but I don't think I'm going to. Yeah. There is another item that he drops, and I'll probably come back and try to get it at a later date, but he actually drops the Dracula tunic if you keep doing that. But I ran out of magic points, and I don't feel like waiting on them to completely regenerate before trying it again. So we are going to equip our Ring of Arcana, though, which increases the chance of rare items appearing. Not that we're really trying to farm up all the items right now, but it's still nice. I think we need to go to the Room of the Snake. Pretty sure that's the one we need to go to. Go to Sporlocks. Horse's Entrance. Snake is, yep, down here near the Catacombs. It's actually in the abandoned mine, but it links up to the Catacombs really quick. Hi, did you decide to come back? Hello. Your adoring fans would like to see you. What you been doing? You been getting in trouble? Ooh, your paws are cold. No wonder you've been hanging out in front of the heater. Yeah. Is that okay? Are you gonna let me play that? No, you're not going for the pop filter again. We're gonna have to work on that. It's not your toy. You got it that one time and you think it is. Let's see if we can play like this. I don't know if we can or not, but we'll give it a try. Now, this is what we needed the Echo of Bat for. It gives us a little sonar beam that allows us to navigate this terrible... Ow! And she stole the pop filter again. That allows us to navigate this terrible corridor full of spikes to turn the lights back on. I'm gonna have to find a way to secure that pop filter so that she can't pull it off. I don't know. What do you guys think? Can you tell a difference when the pop filter is off? In the audio quality of my voice? I might just leave it off if that's the case, if it's all right. Oh, you can't see the game. Oh, I'm sorry. Oops. I forgot to turn it back. My bad. I want you guys to know what this cat did. I don't know if I can turn my camera to show this, but she stole the pop filter, right? There is the pop filter on the floor, and she has disappeared again. She literally just put it right out of my reach and wandered off. Couldn't even be bothered. The spike breaking armor does what it says on the tin. It breaks spikes. I honestly don't know what these were skeletons are supposed to be, because I mean they do have an animal kind of scurry form there, but like they have the weird telescoping neck. I don't know, it's weird. And this is the spike breaker armor. I love it. And that means we need to go to the chapel so that we can get the silver ring, which is the next ring that we need. We'll get back to our teleport room I think the closest teleport to the chapel, yeah, to where we need to be is going to be the entrance. Hi, come here. Yeah, I hear you. You're chirping at me. A friend of mine got me some flavored coffees for Christmas. And the one that I'm drinking right now is like a chocolate peppermint. And it is really, really good. It's kind of like a cross, like these ones have a lot more flavor than a lot of flavored coffees that I've tried. And this one tastes kind of like a cross between coffee and like a peppermint hot chocolate. Come on. Pixel, I would like you to know that whenever you sit right there, you've gotten big enough that I can't see the whole bottom left quarter of the screen. You're lucky I've got most of this game memorized. Up the grand staircase, then into the bell towers, and that is where we will find the silver ring. And here we go. Big room full of spikes.
So, did you find Richter?
I don't know if he's the one you're looking for, but I found a Belmont.
Really? So he is here.
But the one I saw was the enemy. He was the lord of this castle.
That can't be true. You're wrong. I must go now.
I want to know how she got into this room. Because it's just hanging out here, first off, in a very, like, unstructurally sound way. Behind a door that you have to have a magic amulet to open. Past, like, a mile of spikes. Past a grate that you can only get through if you can turn into mist. I mean, I know that Maria's got some special powers and stuff, but that's a little much. Alright, so we need to get back to the clock room at the center of the castle. I'm trying to think of the best way to get there is probably going to be going through Orlox's chambers. Go back this way, then we'll head down, and that should take us right back to that center room. Alright, we need to equip the gold ring and the silver ring. What's interesting is this says, you know, where in Clock Tower. Technically that's incorrect because there is a zone called the Clock Tower. It actually means this area right in here. They actually changed the text there to read where in Clock Room in some of the later ports of the game, which is a little bit more clear about where you're supposed to go with it. All right. We can actually re-equip our other items, though. Because once you unlock it, it stays open.
Alucard?
That voice, Maria?
I'm sorry. You were right. He has joined forces with the enemy.
So it was a Belmont after all.
But someone must be controlling him. Whatever we do, we can't harm Richter.
But he must be stopped.
I know. Well, here. Take these with you.
Holy glasses.
What are these?
If you wear these, you can see beyond evil illusions.
Thank you. 'Tis best then if you pray for the soul of your friend.
So fun fact here, in some of the later ports of the game, you actually have to fight Maria here in order to get the holy glasses. And yet again, she's in a locked room with no way to access it because she gave us one of the items needed to unlock this room. So, I don't know. Maybe Maria is a ghost. Maybe she can teleport. Who knows? Not really sure, but I think she's got some shenanigans. Now that we have the holy glasses, we are almost done with this. The next thing that we need to do is we need to go back to the castle keep, and we need to fight Richter again. But this time, we will be wearing the holy glasses, and we will see something that we did not see before. We'll zip up the outer wall, grab the teleporter, and that'll take us to the keep. I like how the outer wall has different weather. Sometimes it's foggy, sometimes it's raining on the outside, and then other times it's clear. Now I need to go to the one with the lion, which is the castle keep. Save our game. And we're going to change up a couple of inventory items. So we need to trade out our stone mask for the holy glasses. which allows us to see beyond magical curses. We're actually going to use the Holy Sword in this battle. It actually does do a little bit more damage than the Ice Brand, but what's really nice about it is Richter is immune to holy damage, so we don't run the risk of accidentally killing him, because you can actually accidentally kill him in this fight. And I am going to actually take the cross this time. We need to run up here and get the stuff from up here again. I don't think I have the holy armor. I don't. So we'll go with the walk armor for this one. The holy armor is actually the best armor you can use for this fight because it protects you from most of Richter's attacks, but...
I've been waiting for you. Answer me. Why is a Belmont planning the resurrection of Count Dracula?
Count Dracula rises but once every century, and my role is over. If I can resurrect him, then the battle will last for eternity.
If those are your true feelings, then so be it.
Holy Cross!
There we go. Quite a bit easier.
You've defeated me, but all is not yet lost. The resurrection of Count Dracula is at hand.
The Dark Priest Shaft. So we have freed Richter from his curse. And now we get a wonderful animation. It's really a pretty clever way to expand the gameplay of this game. Like, you just take the entire map that you've built, which is a pretty decent sized map, and you flip it upside down. And now the player has an entirely new environment to navigate.
No. What have I done?
Thank you, Alucard, for saving Richter.
Alucard? The same Alucard who fought alongside my ancestor, Trevor Belmont? That was over 300 years ago.
Yup,
No
it's
time
me.
for small talk. Is the person who controlled you in that
It's like,
castle over
no
there?
time for small talk.
Yes, I think
I don't
so.
want to talk about it.
Maria,
Hey, what are you
take
doing?
Richter and leave here. I'll finish this.
All right. Good luck.
Stop getting in trouble. I should have named you Trouble or something. Trouble or Mayhem. Hurricane Pixel. Alright, and now we have access to the inverted castle, where everything is exactly the same, only it's not. It is quite a bit easier to get around the inverted castle, though, because at this point, you already have all of your major mobility abilities. Royal Cloak, which is a somewhat decent upgrade. It doesn't increase our defense, but it does increase our constitution. which indirectly increases our defense if we have enough points of it. Hello, Furious George. We just unlocked the inverted castle. And we got another library card. You can actually get back to the regular castle if you go back to the throne room. But from most of the castle, that is a pretty long trek to get there. It's a boss fight. Got the Ring of Vlad, which gives us +10 to intelligence, which is nice. The Moon Rod. Rod with lunar markings. The Moon Rod does something too. Let's see. Yeah. Thought so. That's a pretty cool ability. We'll play with it for a little bit. Ouch. Oh, jeez. There are a lot of life max ups that you can pick up really quickly in the inverted castle as soon as you unlock it. Oh, jeez. That's a lot of those guys. It's the Dragon Helm, which, if you remember, the Dragon Helm is actually one of the items that we had at the very beginning of the game that Death stole from us. And it's really nice because it decreases enemy defense. Furious George says, I've still got the Saturn version of this, haven't played it in ages. It had some extra stuff the US release didn't. Yeah, it has a whole other area that is not present in the US version. And it has Maria is playable in the Saturn version. And I'm trying to think what else. I think there's a couple of different music tracks, maybe. Yeah, Richter's playable from the start. He's playable in this one after you beat the game. But yeah, you have to actually beat the game to access him then. All right, guys, we have unlocked the inverted castle and we've made a little bit of progress in it. That is going to be it for tonight. I think we're probably just going to push through on this one for the next couple streams until we finish it, because I'm having a lot of fun with it and it's one of my favorite games. So we will be back on Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern. We'll be playing more Castlevania Symphony of the Night. We will be making as much progress as we can. I don't know if we'll beat the game, if we'll end up beating the game on this next try. It's fairly quick, the inverted castle, because you really only have to access the relics of Vlad, and then once you have all those, you can go ahead and fight him. So you don't have to actually complete the castle to be able to do that, and there's not quite as many progression problems as you have in the first castle that kind of roadblock you and you have to backtrack and stuff. So progression through the castle is a lot faster. So we'll probably end up beating the game on the next stream. I'm not trying to do like a full run of this one. I'm not trying to collect everything and finish everything. So we'll probably beat it next time. Hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Be safe. And I will see you guys on Sunday. Don't forget about the, on Discord, we are planning a movie night for Tuesday. Details are in the announcements channel. Check that out, and I will see you guys soon. Thanks for hanging out with me, and have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.